MasterBoris is back with a new video. Was good in the hood. Chicken nuggets with some hot sauce on them combos. Today another reaction video. Dating right. Shout outs to you. Hey, another video we're gonna react to. Title of this video: Women are finally noticing men don't care anymore. Find out what they're talking about in this video. Let's just get right into it.
In rough economic times, women always traded pussy. I hope younger generations, you understand that. It wasn't called a particular thing, but if Mr. Robert came over and the rent was due, and now the rent isn't due, and Mr. Robert is home, then you should understand that. Sometimes they traded it with their husband. That's just things that they did. They did back then. Now you have all kinds of names and descriptions and all kinds of other stuff with it. But there always was a man who wanted to feel on a titty and buy you drinks. Like there's always been that. And unfortunately, these open conversations about the work and the profession and stuff like that, they've kind of made it more difficult. Oh, everything that women, they want to do is transactional. Yeah, because I need shit. So maybe it is transactional. Because you need my labor. And I'm broke. So yeah.
They seem to understand it better when a woman said, but food, alcohol, and sex will always sell. Even after the end of the world, the great apocalypse. That's one thing that will continue to sell until the end of time.
Yo, Mom, what you doing?
I'm trying to get you a stepdaddy. Get out the way.
I want a stepdaddy.
If you take...
That's crazy in the hood. They be lurking, man. They be scouting. They be like, yeah, I want a man to take care of me and my badass kids. No. Fellas, you ain't going. Don't do it. Don't do it. Hey, just leave her where she at. Or just have a good time with her. That's it. You ain't trying to get serious with her. You feel me? But yeah, let's ride out.
Woman, if you take her to buy a Birkin bag, she's gonna try to pay you with sex, right? If you do something nice for her, she's gonna try to pay you with sex. But if you take the sex off the pedestal, what value do a bitch really have? You know, she don't have no value because she used her vagina as a tool to control us. And then when you don't take her to the moon, when you don't buy her a rose, what does she do? You get in the bed, she turn her back on you. She weaponizes sex.
Well, I'm gonna get ready for this date soon.
Oh, gosh, Brett.
I know. Yes, but he played D1 football at you.
So he's an athlete.
Yes.
I'm so glad that you're choosing to go out with another athlete because we have such a great track record in that world. That's awesome. All right.
Dad, I didn't know. He messaged me and he didn't have any pictures on his Instagram.
It's great. It's fine. Listen. Actually, to be honest with you, if you go out with like 500 athletes, eventually you're going to hit one at some point in time. It's good. It's good. I think when you fail over and over and over in a category, you just keep going through that category.
Oh, this dad here is low-key roasting his daughter right now.
I didn't know, but seriously, he didn't have any pictures on his Instagram. He had one picture and it was of his face. And so then he was like, well, tell me about yourself. So I told him about myself, and then he told me about himself. He's like, well, I played football at the University of Missouri. I said, oh, of course you fucking did. Let me guess, were you a wide receiver? And he was like, yeah, how did you know? I said, oh, just fucking took a guess.
I was just about to ask you what his position was.
Wide receiver.
Holy shit.
There's also a part that she's leaving out from her dad to know. He's also black.
Okay. Next.
He's a good dad because he's trying just to be a supportive father. But after 500 athletes that she's dated, this dad has no faith in her at all. But at the same time, he has a whole lot of faith into the fact that she will never give up looking for an athlete type boyfriend, husband.
So I'm gonna just give y'all a story time on what this nigga told me during the most fucked up time of my life. So y'all, we separate. Day 1, I'm crying. Day 2, I'm crying. Day 3, I'm crying. Day 4, I'm outside. Day 5, new nigga. Day 6, new nigga. Alright, so I go on a date, y'all. It's around my birthday. I only been moved out the house maybe like 2-3 weeks. I go on a date with this boy, y'all, and I loved it, and I forgot what it felt like to go on a date and genuinely just enjoy yourself. It was fresh, it was new. Like, I'm coming from a country boy that stay in the house where I'm just in that bitch cooking and cleaning and slaving to somebody who just want to take me out and show me off, and I don't gotta do shit every motherfucking day. So every day we just going out to eat. Like, we really just having a ball. Like, we not together, but we really just having fun. But so me and my ex-husband decide, like, okay, we're gonna go ahead and get divorced. Okay, bet. So I tell him, like, shit, go ahead, file. The minute you file, I'm gonna sign them papers. Y'all, he filed. I signed the papers. I hit my boy up like, yes, like, I didn't sign the papers because we just come back off a trip. I come back off a trip. I didn't sign my divorce papers. I'm feeling so good, y'all. Like, literally up on the high horse. Like, I'm really like, and not even on no cocky shit. I just felt good. I'm like, I'm getting out of this marriage. Like, fucking with somebody that's fucking with me. Like, this shit is cool. It felt good. Y'all, 3 days before my divorce was set to be final for us to go to court, we had like a counseling session set up. Mind you, 3 days before this, the boy that I'm dating, the one I'm saying was having fun doing this, y'all, he get killed. Okay, fast forward. My husband still wants, husband at the time, he still want to do this therapy session. This man got in there and looked me dead in my motherfucking face and said, and now you lost your husband and your new nigga. How do you feel? Y'all, and all I wanted to say was, Tasha, please. I just lost the love of my life. Show some respect. Y'all, and that's how I got knocked off my high horse.
Well, it sounds like she didn't like her new friend too much. This man just passed away and she's making a lighthearted video laughing about it like she really don't miss him. But it just goes to show how she grieved her marriage and divorce in 3 days. And then after that, she went outside. She went to the auction and found a higher bidder. And I really didn't expect her to say that.
These women, these modern women are so crafty when it comes down to bad decisions. I keep telling y'all, they're scientists of bad decisions. They have a divorce cake. A divorce cake. Did you just see what I just saw? A divorce cake. They're celebrating divorces now. It's gotten that bad. Oh boy. I tell you.
The man passed away. I thought she was gonna say that once her divorce was final, the dude started cheating and, ghost her. But since the husband asked her that question at the end, I don't think he's gonna take her back.
I let my neighbor take me on a date, and I'm gonna tell you guys how it went. So first, we've seen each other multiple times in multiple different community events, and he never really showed interest. My homegirl even thought he was gay. But since we live right next to each other, it's like proximity type of thing. So we were like, we always talk to each other and stuff like that, and we were getting to know each other, as a community. I was like, I like making friends in my community. So there's this one event, and everybody's at the pool. So I go put my bikini on. Mind you, I talked to him before I put my bikini on. But I go home and I put my bikini on. And then that's when he was just like, basically saying that he wanted to take me out, show me this spot. And I was like, oh, like a date? And he was just like, yeah, I guess so. And I was like, okay, that's weird because I didn't think you were interested in me. And so he's like, oh, what made you think that? And I'm just like, because like we've seen each other many times and you've never really showed interest. So as the day's coming towards the planned date, he actually texted me and was just like, oh, I know that you have like dietary restrictions. And I was like, yeah. So he basically called around to find a place where we could both eat. So he found a spot, and he, like, I was like, wow, he actually, like, took time to, like, you know, that's a green flag. You know, the first red flag was him not asking me out until he seen me in a bikini. But, you know, green flag. He called around to, you know, see where we can both enjoy, like, a place where we can both enjoy. And then when he found the spot, I was like, do you want to meet me there? Or since, you know, we live right next to each other, you want to just ride together? He was like, oh, you can ride with me and save gas. Okay, another green flag. So I tell him to meet me by the staircase. I'm thinking he's gonna, like, drive his car and pick me up, like how my homegirl does that lives in the same neighborhood. She usually drives her car to the staircase, and I got hop in the car. So I thought that's what he was gonna do. The time comes where he's gonna pick me up, and so I'm waiting for him. He tells me he's gonna be 10 minutes, so I just make a couple videos while I'm waiting, because I'm already outside. I thought he would have, you know, been there on point. But, you know, he said between this time, he showed up between that time. He was walking, so he walked over to the staircase. So I was like, that's fine. So I ended up walking towards his car. I was like, you know, you could have just said meet me on this side, so we could have, but yeah, anyway. So he didn't open the door. Okay, that's kind of, you know.
Hey, fellas, what y'all give her 1 through 10? What y'all rate her? Let me know in the comments.
Oh, not many people do that. Like, that's princess treatment. But I'm a princess, so I'm thinking, okay, whatever. I open my own door and I get in. Car's super clean, smells really good. Like, he just got his car detailed. I don't know if he just got it detailed because I was getting in the car, but green flag. And then, he drives all the way there. Green flag. We get there, the place is really nice. Another green flag.
I can't stand when women say green flag, or it's almost like he get extra points on the game board to having sex with me or getting my box. Like, what if he was going to a restaurant with his mom and sister? That's just the normal stuff people do on dates. And the funny thing about this is this woman went on a date with a man that she really wanted, you know, Chad or Tyrone. These men can do all type of things wrong on a date. He will show up late for the date. He will also not pay for that date, and she will pay for the date herself, and then she will sleep with him at the end of the date. But for the average nice guy that's trying to do the right thing by her, she has to give him a green flag progress report.
And they actually have a vegan option, so I'm like, wow, but it was out of stock, so whatever. But when we sat down to order, he basically said, get whatever you want. And I was just like, oh, green flag. I'm like, I'm getting the whole menu. You know, I didn't get the whole menu, but I was like, yeah, I'm getting the whole menu. So that was a green flag. And then afterwards, like, after we were done eating, he was like, are your shoes comfortable? Mind you, I'm wearing heels, so I'm just like, no, they're not comfortable. I'm glad I didn't wear my red bottoms, though. I just wore these because I knew we were going towards the beaches. So he was just like, oh, okay. I was like, well, if you, like, because he said I wanted to, you know, take you to this place and we were going to walk around. And I was like, oh, well, there's stores here on the beach that I could just get sandals. And he was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, we could just go to one of the stores and get sandals. So we go into the store to get the sandals, and I get the cheapest ones, really, because like all of them were like $40. I got the ones on sale for like $16, whatever. But he watched me pay for it, so I was just like, that was just my ick right there. Since I came from a relationship where I did everything and paid for everything, it was just like immediately when a man sees you open your purse around him, it just is a real ick, a red flag for me, and that kind of just turned me off. Like, okay, we're friends. So after that, I was just like,
you said all of that, and the one thing he didn't do was pay for all of what you wanted. And that's a red flag to you. So that one red flag was just like, you're done. You know. But you gotta show you independent. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all women talking about y'all independent, y'all don't need no man. But I beg to differ. You really do need a man.
I kind of just treated him like a friend. Like, he was asking me like questions and stuff like that, and I was just like on a friend vibe, because my man, my future man, he's not gonna let me open my purse, especially for some $16 shoes, to hang out with you, to walk around and hang out with you. But other than that, like, the date went very well, and that was just my only type of like red flag, really. Like, I mean, there was he also, like, when we were walking, he made sure.
She should have kept this like to herself for real. Like, you pulling out progress reports, and then the one thing he didn't do is like, oh, he's a friend now. You know, she didn't really like him like that anyways. Let's ride out.
That I was on the inside and he was on the outside. That was a green flag. That was a very gentleman behavior. But everywhere we were going, I was getting so many compliments. He was just like, oh my gosh, like, that's so, like, this is the 5th person that's came up to you and just told you how beautiful you are. So in my head, I'm thinking, like, damn, everybody in the world can see how, like, that I'm a princess, but I'm not getting the princess treatment. Like, I'm the type of woman, I want flowers, I want you.
No. I can see how she is, man. If she don't get her way, she crashing out. Don't let these cute girls fool you, fellas.
I want all the romance. I want to be taken care of. I want like a manly man. I don't know. I just want. I don't know. And it just wasn't really giving that. Hey, but he's cool as hell. Don't get me wrong. I would love to hang out with him. I wanted to hang out with me again. And so I wouldn't mind hanging out with him again, but I would definitely make sure to tell him, like, as friends. Yeah, we can hang out as friends. And just like when you know what you want, it's just like, I told he's definitely the type of person that if I feel like, that if I would have asked him to do something, he would do it. But it was just like, my friend was just like, you don't have to ask a man to do something, he should already do it. And I'm just like, that's what my guy friend said. And I was like, you're right. It should already be in you, not on you. So, like, maybe I should have jokingly said, haha, you're not going to open my door? Like, jokingly, my friend was like, no, you should not do that. And I was just like, damn, okay. But I was like, how is somebody going to know, like, what to do and how to treat you if you don't, like, kind of, like, tell them or imply it? And he was just like, they're just supposed to know. And I was just like, okay. But I don't know. How do you guys feel about this whole situation? I just feel like I'm a princess and I deserve princess treatment, and that's what I want, and I'm not going to settle. So it's like, I don't mind having friends.
I wouldn't say all of that. I say cute, but, you know, you got to show that, you know, you deserve that. To be honest with you, most of these modern women don't deserve the princess treatment. Most of them, not all, but most of them are side chick material. You know, you just got to put them to the side, you know? Like, they're not for real. They're not serious. You know, they're not a guy to look for in a wife, you know? And it's showing. And that's why a lot of guys out here don't even want to deal with the hassle of dating these modern women, man. Let's ride out.
Oh, and I also forgot, since I was getting so many compliments, I was just like, hey, can you make a video? And he definitely, he's like, yeah, that sunlight's looking so good on you. And then he's like, yeah, I'll take a video. So he was like, he took the video, and it came out really good. And I had asked him to hold my stuff for me, which was my purse and my shoes. And he held them all the way back to the car. So I also thought that was a green flag. Like, you're willing to hold my purse for me. Like, there's like a lot of green flags going on there, but there's also a few red ones. So it's just like, I'm kind of on the edge. That's why I want to know, like, what are your guys' thoughts on this situation?
There is nothing like a inflated woman's ego. This woman really do think she got it like that, because they pulled out their wallet and had to pay for a $16 flip-flop, and the man just watched her do that she couldn't be with him. When the truth of the matter is, she's not into him anyway. She didn't even know he was into her. And then she say one of her friends thought the dude was gay. She don't like him like that. But to get on here and dog whistle to the other men who follow her on social media to say that, oh, if you ever make me pull out my wallet, we're done. No, that may work on the simp men in her comments, but that's not realistic. So in reality, this man dodged a major bullet.
Men do not like whores. Let me make this very simple. They may sleep with a whore, they may hang out with the whore, but they will not wife a whore, okay? You guys look for the exception of the rule to try to make it the rule, and that's what you guys were looking for in Megan Thee Stallion, and it is just not reality. The fact of the matter is you cannot make prostitution music speak about men like they are nothing, twerk all day and think that any man in this world is going to take you serious, let alone make you a wife. And it's only black women that have this mentality. They think that because a woman...
Like I said earlier, side chick material. Just a fun girl. That's all some of these modern women have to offer for themselves to men. That's right.
Is rich, and because she's beautiful, that she's automatically of value. Like, what it like? I'm so confused. I don't understand what goes through you guys' brain. Like, you don't understand morals, values, integrity. Those things matter, not just money. I know in your little bubbles, everything is about money, but in everyone else's world, it is not. And until you guys are able to grasp basic concepts and actually listen to men when they tell you what they like and they don't like, you guys will continue to be losers.
And guys, you know, they still are raging out over Megan Thee Stallion and Clay's breakup. And we're not even going to get into that in this video, but it just goes to show that men have been telling these women for years, especially ever since Kevin Samuels hit the scene back in the day. Like, we've been telling these women that men are not going no more. Men are not going to be simping and doing these type of things. And they just didn't believe it. That's why they was so shocked when Clay wasn't the simp that they thought he was. They want to see men, quote, turn away from their evil ways and just turn into a Russell Wilson all of a sudden. And they was brokenhearted this last week to find out that the men are not going to do that. Men are going to do what they said they was going to do in this new dating era.
How to know if he's a good guy, introducing the Russell Wilson test, because how a man feels about Russell Wilson's relationship with Ciara directly correlates to how well he treats women. Quick pop culture recap. In 2013, Future and Ciara started dating. In May of 2014, Ciara gave birth to the child that the couple shares together, and by August of 2014, Future was caught cheating on Ciara with the stylist. They tried to work it out, they went on and off, back and forth, but by the end of the year in 2014, Ciara was completely done. In 2015, God answered Ciara's prayer, where she met Russell Wilson, and together the couple now shares 4 beautiful children. And Future, the toxic king that he is, has always been pissed about this. Since their breakup in late 2014, he has never stopped mentioning her in songs, referencing her in interviews, and generally never shutting the fuck up that he's mad that she left him. Now, why is Future so mad that Ciara leveled up? Because men like Future need to see the women they treat like trash forever defined by that label. He wanted Ciara to believe for the rest of her life that she could do no better than him and that she was a fool from walking away from his cheating, his lying, the public embarrassment. So when she found herself a Russell Wilson, he's furious.
Why she keep saying Future was mad and frustrated and he was acting out? Like, I don't remember none of this in the past when they broke up. Didn't Future move on to like 20,000 other women?
But what does this mean for you and your guy? Consider this celebrity couple to be your litmus test if a guy is a piece of shit. If he identifies with Future, then it means that he, like Future, only bases a woman's worth off of the value that he gives to them, and whenever a woman steps outside his own perceived value, he becomes angry. This man will denigrate you for daring to move beyond the label that he gave you. Compare that to a Russell Wilson who sees all of the experiences that Ciara went through as a guiding stone to him. A man who embraced Ciara's child and now raises that child as his own. A man who recognizes Ciara's worth and recognizes the fact that Future made a huge fuck up in letting her go. I mean, Ciara is beautiful, she's accomplished, she's the crown princess. She's also clearly one of my favorite celebrities, so I'll stop. Russell Wilson undeniably loves Ciara not in spite of all her past relationship traumas, but because of who she is. The things that she went through in her past relationship are of no consideration to him at all. So if you find a guy who identifies with Russell Wilson, who likes what she did with Ciara, congrats, you found a good one. And if you find a guy that identifies with Future, for your sake, I either hope you're both teenagers or you can run real fucking fast, because you need to get away from this man. Thank you for coming to me.
I gotta admit, guys, she's right. A woman that I used to deal with back in the day asked me how I felt about Future and, Russell Wilson and all this stuff. And I made the mistake of telling her the truth. when I should have gave her just some fluff answer about it, because after we talked about it on the phone, I didn't hear from that woman anymore. And I'm not gonna lie, I did want to get at that one.
Nah. Dating right. No. If you watching this video, you did right. You dodged the bullet, my friend. You know, so you gotta tell these women the truth. You gotta be knowing that when you tell the truth, it lets them know, it lets yourself know who they really are. There's no need to lie to women, bro. There's no need to be vague to women, man. You gotta tell them the truth to see what type of reaction that she gives you, so you know what to do with her. Period. So you did the right thing for telling the truth, and you said that she never talked to you again. So that's a sign right there. That's not the woman for you, because if she's offended by you telling her the truth, what else she's offended by? If the relationship will continue, what else will she be offended by? What all the stuff that you probably gonna do while you're in a relationship with her. You gotta ask yourself that. There's no need to lie to women, and don't be scared of women to telling them the truth, because you'll be surprised at some of these women's reactions of certain things. But yeah, don't be afraid. Let's ride out.
But all in all, you guys need to be aware that women are going to use this as some type of mind game test to see how you really feel. When deep inside, they know how we really feel. But honestly, just for the record, I don't dislike Russell Wilson. I know we call him a simp a lot, but I think that man is simply just a Christian man. He's doing what a Christian would do, to take care of someone else's son and all this stuff. But I just don't like the way women try to weaponize his relationship with Sierra as some type of moral compass way of showing men what they should be doing. That man is fine living his life the way he want to live it. But guys, just be aware, if a woman ever asks you about this particular couple, it's simply a trick question she's asking.
But yeah, don't fall for that shit test questions that these women give to you or present to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, just move accordingly and just tell her what's up. Like, you probably doing your own self a favor by, hey, if she walk away, if she never call you back, hey, that's for the best. But yeah, let me know in the comment section what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. I do a variety of videos here, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.